Everybody wants to chase this Umbreon, but what if I told you there was actually more Sun Pokemon that looked just as good or even better? And no, I don't mean Solrock. Today we're diving into 12 Sun-themed Pokemon, each under $20. Let's get into it. Starting us off is this gorgeous Urshifu VMAX from Brilliant Stars Trainer Gallery. The colors and composition on this card are phenomenal. I think Scav did a great job for one of their first arts in the Pokemon TCG. And this card only sits between $7 and $8 in both English and Japanese. Next up is this amazing Ho-Oh-V from Silver Tempest, done by one of the more well-known artists, Akira Agawa. Akira Agawa does a great job with all their arts, having like this circling effect around the Pokemon that leads your eyes back to the center of the painting is really cool. The colors are beautiful, and for only $1 in both English and Japanese, this card is a steal. The next card looks like it came straight from an anime. Mawile V from Silver Tempest Trainer Gallery. I can literally imagine the scene playing out in the outro as it like pans over the art. Anyways, really great addition to our Sunny page, sitting at roughly $4 in English and $9 in Japanese. The Galarian Articuno promo is next on our list. This was actually a card that I considered to add back when we did our winter page, but the sunset colors kind of turned me off of like the icy cool vibe that I was trying to go for that page, and now it's perfect for the sunset page. The Articuno's darker colors helps it pop from the background of like the sun colors, and of course you already know I had to add one of these cards. In English, it has the yellow border, and in Japanese, it has the silver border. In this case, I think the yellow fits much better. This card currently sits between $2 and $3 in both English and Japanese. Akira Agawa returns, this time with Dondozo from Scarlet and Violet's base set. Again, the composition of the card is great, the colors are vibrant, and again, it's like circling around the Dondozo, bringing your eye back to him. But what I love about this card too is the little Tatsugiri in the corner that's kind of admiring him, or maybe he's just worried for his Tatsugiri friend that is like falling out of this wave. It's kind of crazy to me that this card is only $7 in English and even cheaper in Japanese, sitting between $3 and $4. Next is this monstrous Tyranitar from Paldea Evolve. I'm not sure what this Tyranitar got into, but this is definitely a much bigger Tyranitar than we're used to seeing. I think originally it stands between 6 and 7 feet tall. This guy is massive. If you've seen this card in the wild, you know that it's not within our budget, at least in English. In Japanese, though, you can find this card anywhere between $7 to $8. So really cool pickup. I definitely want to pick this card up soon, and I think I will. Now let's jump into the future and take a look at the Iron Thorns promo. Tyranitar's future form, Iron Thorns, does not look menacing at all comparing it to the card from before. It's just a huge difference. For me, it's just like the new curves that get added that just make him look more friendly. A lot less menacing. He's just like a little guy that's waddling around. Another thing that I really do like about this card is just like the contrast of like a future Pokemon in nature. Just seeing the two contrasting things is really cool as well. This card actually sits under $2 in both English and Japanese, so go ahead and scoop up whichever your heart desires. Guess who's back? Back again. Egawa's back with Espartha from Paradox Rift. Oh god. The sun in this art is really cool, just like the erupting beam that's coming from it. And again, the classic circling around the Pokemon, this time not like completely, but there is like the mountain ridge that leads up to the Pokemon, and then the shooting stars that wrap up and over. And I was never really a huge fan of Espartha in Scarlet and Violet, but with this art, the energy that it gives off just helps me see it in a different light. You see what I did there? Different light because sun. Okay, anyways. This card is $5 in English and $2 in Japanese. Really cheap pickup. Next is the card that started my Sun page, Latios from Surging Sparks. The first time I saw this card, it really made me want to build the Sun page, and seeing it next to the Latias was really cool, seeing how their art's connected. I love the colors on this card, the way that the sun is bursting, shining across the lake and into the town. It looks really cool. The English version of this card actually sits out of our budget at $25. I picked up the Japanese version currently. That sits at around $9. This card comes from Surging Sparks as well. It is one of the lake legendaries, Mesprit. This card was mentioned back on our sleeping theme page but I think it fits a lot more at home here in the Sunset. And even though it's not one-to-one, it still lines up pretty well with the Latios and Latias. So I think it makes a really good addition to the page that we're working on. This card will run you about $8 in English and $4 in Japanese. Another massive Pokemon to the collection, Wailord from Journey Together. Look, I know I say every card is gorgeous and beautiful, but this one has so many nice colors, from the reds and the oranges from the Sunset, but also the like vibrant colors in the Reef and the blue from the Wailord. It looks beautiful. And honestly, I wouldn't be recommending you any cards that I don't think are beautiful, but I feel like I have to say it almost every single time. I'm sorry. In English, this card runs higher at around $12, but in Japanese, you can pick it up for about $4. And finally, we have Zamazenta from Destined Rivals. In this art, we see this majestic wolf roaring on a giant pile of rocks with the sun exploding in the background. It's similar to that Espartha from earlier, where the sun is just beaming. And I think the colors in this art, again, are really, really great. The orange from the clouds is awesome. And it's really cool because if you look at the card closer, there's a lot of brush strokes that you can see. So it helps add texture to the card. I think it looks really nice because of it. In English, this card sits at around $6, and in Japanese, it's only a couple bucks. So really, really nice for our collection. And hey, if you're willing to stretch that budget a bit more, here's a few honorable mentions. First up, we have another Agawa art in Chiyu EX from Paldea Evolved. This card has a very wicked look to it, and I think it really just comes from the colors, the purples and the reds, and the forest setting. It really just has a very eerie look to it. But again, Agawa, she does a great job of focusing your eyes back to the Pokemon, the vegetation surrounding, the tree lines going back down to the Pokemon, and I think the addition of like the yellow aura around it helps it pop from the setting a bit more. This card is around $24 in English and $28 in Japanese, so it's not way out of our budget, but it is out of budget. Still, I think it's a really good card to pick up. Moving on, we have Iron Valiant EX from Paradox Rift. This art style is a bit different from everything except for maybe the Mesprit. The colors here are a lot more flat, less rendered out. Even though it's a different art style, still looks amazing, and it's really cool to be able to see all of these future form Pokemon in one art. This one is closer to our budget, sitting at $21 in English and $24 in Japanese, so really great pickup. Hopefully the price continues to fall and we can get it within our budget. Last but not least, the Latias EX from Surging Sparks. I just wanted to throw this card out here as a mention for those of you who may not have seen it, but this is the Latias that connects to the Latios, and again, those sun rays shining through over the town. Really, really beautiful card. Unfortunately, way out of budget, sitting at $155 in English and $121 in Japanese. Maybe one day I'll get this card, but for now, I'm staying away from it. Sunshine, sparkle, and savings. What more could a collector ask for? Let me know which card was your favorite, and if you have a theme that you'd like to see, leave a comment down below. And if you like this list and you want to continue building out a really cool binder, go ahead and check out our summer theme video, and I'll see you there.